Hey, everybody. I don't know how many of you coaches that are out there that are coming to it's 3 o'clock Eastern time. It's noon on the West Coast, all those different pieces, and maybe you haven't even had lunch yet. And I know you're like, wait, what are you talking about? You haven't had lunch yet, but coaches are giving away their power. So I'm literally going to use an apple to talk about giving away our power every single day because you're missing a couple of crucial components about getting permission and getting commitment. A lot of our athletes walk in every day and they have complaints or they have things that they want to talk about or voice out loud. And it can become overwhelming as a coach when you have the solutions to these problems and you want to give them to them. You want to help them. And what I see a lot of coaches have happening is that their energy is drained and they feel frustrated because they want to give people solutions to their problems, but the solutions are not helping. So, we're going to do apple slices to talk about some ways. And I want you guys in the comment section. What are other ways that you guys see your energy kind of going out the window? What are some other ways that you're giving away? So, this is your lunch, and people are asking for things, and you're going to give these things away for free, hoping for something in return, right? Because that's what we great coaches do. So, the first one is Joe. And Joe just finished a workout. He did a 1 rep max, and he is pissed. He is so frustrated because his 1 rep max is actually 5 pounds lower than what it was last time that we checked his back squat. And he just wants to know, like, why? I've been working so hard and I don't understand. And so, you, as the coach, you're awesome. And you immediately jump in and you say, hey, Joe, I really noticed that you were really falling forward again. And then that's why you got stuck underneath the bar in the bottom. You need to start working on those temple squats and maybe some ankle mobility. And Joe's like, yeah, 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 yeah. And okay, I'll do that. And he walks out of the gym. And so you just gave Joe your advice, but you notice a few months later that Joe still hasn't done any of those things and his back squat still looks the same. It's very frustrating as a coach. And you're giving away your energy, you're giving away your power because you're so freaking smart because you didn't do a couple of things. You didn't ask for his permission. Joe, are you ready to fix this problem right now? Joe, are you ready to become aware of the problems that you have in your back squat that are leading you to not continue to improve your 1 rep max? And waiting for him to answer because he might not be in the state that he's ready right now. The next one is Natalia. And Natalia wants to do more programming. She just wants to do more and more and more. And she wants to know what recommendations you have for doing more programming. And so you immediately sit down and you're like, this is so exciting, Natalia. I know that you really want to dive in and be a better athlete. I really think that hard work pays off. It's going to be a great place for you to be. But if you really want maybe a more strength component, maybe you should look at the Build program with Steffi Cohen. And you start going through all of your amazing options that you have for that athlete. And immediately you give away part of your lunch. And how would Natalia give back to you? Natalia would share with you that oh my gosh, she went and she purchased this programming. She's been doing it. You see her in the gym picking up all these extra pieces. But what if Natalia doesn't? What if you sat down and you gave her 30 minutes of your time, a really true breakdown of what you see in the gym and her true capabilities, and she didn't make any sort of investment? And she didn't move forward. And 2 weeks later, she's back talking to you about how, well, I just really need to do more programming. What did you miss? You missed just asking for her permission. Natalia, I have some really great options for you watching you over the last year, coaching you in person that I think you could really add. Are you ready to talk about some of those programs right now? Natalia, have you looked at your life and do you know what parts that you can eliminate in order to prioritize more custom programming? And Natalia says, oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that. I think I have time in the morning, but maybe I need to look at that farther. And this is how we take back our power because you have so much great knowledge to give away. The next one is Frank. And then the next one's Bob. And Frank and Bob, they show up together. Like, because that's how people do. And Frank's telling you about how he's got back pain, and Bob is telling you about how he's got shoulder pain. And they need you to modify the workout for them that day because there is absolutely no way that either one of them can do overhead squats today. And so, what you do is that you immediately jump in and you say, "Oh my gosh, what's going on? I didn't realize you guys were dealing with this. Okay, yes, like let's modify." And so, you immediately write down modifications for both of them. And then you immediately check with them after class. You actually send a text message immediately to the physical therapist that works in your gym or that you're locally corresponding with about these two athletes. And you let Bob and Frank know that you've done all of this work for them. And do you want to know what happens during the workout? You all of a sudden you see Bob and he picks up the barbell and he starts just doing overhead squats. And Frank just decided to do something completely different today. He's not even actually going to do your modifications. And so you just gave them so much of your time, so much of your energy, and you never got their permission or their essentially commitment to you that they were going to do that. And so you wasted all this great energy that you have on them, and they don't mean to. People don't mean to. People are so stuck in their own head. They're so overwhelmed by this pain that they're feeling and this frustration that they have that they can't just do what everyone else in the gym is doing. And so they wasted your knowledge. And that's frustrating to you as a coach because you have worked so hard to be in the place to make all of these modifications. You have worked so hard to connect with a great physical therapist or a great chiropractor or a great athletic trainer and put yourself out on the line to give them clients. And then the clients don't even want to go. The clients don't even follow up. And that can be very frustrating. When what you can do is ask for their permission. "Hey, Frank and Bob, I'd like to talk to you separately. Frank, would you be willing to go see the physical therapist about your back pain right now? I think I have a really great referral source for you. They will keep you involved in the gym and they'll make you feel really confident by having set things to come into the gym and they'll communicate with me so you always feel ready to do a workout. You don't feel like you have to sit out at all. Would that feel good to you right now, Frank?" And Frank says, "Yes." "Frank, do I have your commitment right now that if reach out to the physical therapist and I modify this workout today, that we can work together over the next 2 to 3 workouts to really make sure that you become a resilient athlete and that you're doing this?" "Yeah, I'm totally committed to that. Can you give me 15 minutes a day to do your work?" "Yes, I'm committed." And this is how Frank is going to give back to you, how Bob is going to give back to you. So you're not just giving away your energy for nothing, you're receiving and helping people get better, which is what we all got into this for, right? We got into this to help people, to inspire people, to move people forward with all of our knowledge. But sometimes we give it away and then they don't return the effort. One of the other ways, so just kind of going through, we're going to give away some more slices. So, Jessica wants to work on her overhead mobility, and Sheila wants to work on her ankle mobility. And they ask you what they should be doing to work on. And guess what? You're freaking amazing. So, what do? You sit down and you write out a program for them. How amazing is that? You took your time, an hour out of your week, and you wrote out custom programming for them. And do you want to know what poor Jessica and Sheila did? They didn't do any of it. They didn't do any of it, or they did it for a day or a few minutes, but nothing really changed. And one of the ways that we can get permission first, Sheila, Jessica, if I program for you, are you willing to do this on a trial basis for 2 weeks to see if this actually works in your workout routine? You've been so compliant coming to the gym 4 days a week. I want to add something that'll help you, but I don't want to inhibit your ability to come into the gym and still be successful. Are you ready to do that? Yeah, we would love that. Awesome. We'll do a 2 week trial. And then another way that you get commitment is you ask for a fee, guys. Don't be scared of asking for money for your expertise. You've worked freaking hard for it. So, one of the ways that you can get a commitment is you can say, "Jessica and Sheila, I'm going to send you guys over a contract so that you can see what these next 2 weeks will look like. And then after that point, we'll have a meeting and see if this is a good thing moving forward." And I actually charge $57 a month and I'll keep programming like this for you so I can see you move forward in the gym. And they commit to the follow up meeting. They look over the contract and they know they can commit to the next 2 weeks. And maybe you want them to share on social media or share with someone else in the gym what they're doing if they ask. And that's how you get some give back for those 2 weeks of custom programming that you've given to them. And after that, They're paying you $57 a month for your expertise. And now you're bought in. You want to give them more because they're sharing with you their energy of money and paying for your knowledge. And you're sharing with them your energy of knowledge, caring about them, and helping them get better. Another way that you could give away your energy is for yourself. How many of you guys are wasting your energy and your power and you're giving it away because you don't feel confident enough to sit down and eat your freaking lunch? Like, just take a bite out of the apple, eat the lunch, and put up a boundary and say, you know what, Sheila, or you know what, Frank? I would love to set up a private meeting with you for 15 minutes so that we can discuss this. Will you please send me a text message and let me know 2 to 3 available times that you have in the next week to 10 days where we can do that and we can discuss this more thoroughly? And that can be huge because you are respecting yourself and you're setting up a boundary. And you can go eat your lunch or you can go get your workout in. And people know that you care about them because you're asking them to send you a message and remind you. And it doesn't interrupt where you're at. And it's okay to set boundaries and it's okay to protect your own energy. I hope this has been helpful, guys. One of our biggest things in the mobility mastery method is really setting up and teaching people how to get permission and commitment from others. Looking at where are people in the motivational pyramid, what allows people to be motivated, and then how do you dive into wherever they're at and meet them where they're at and match the amount of energy that they're giving to your partnership with the amount of energy that you're giving to the partnership. I hope that you guys take some fun little things away from this. Drop in the comments below, what things are you going to start incorporating, or what kind of aha moments did you possibly have while we were sharing this of things that maybe you've been missing out on and getting permission or getting that full commitment from them before you give them part of your power and knowledge and before you give away some of your own energy to a different collaboration. I hope this is helpful to you guys. Can't wait to come back. I'm going to keep sharing knowledge. So if there's something else you would like to see, go ahead and send us a DM or an email at Mobility Athletes. I would love to continue to touch base with all of you. All right, talk to y'all soon.